Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you got a lot of food, drank some beer, watched some of the games, just kind of enjoy some time off. I hope everybody was able to do that. I sure was, man. This was a pretty good Thanksgiving for me, to be honest with you. Probably one of the best Thanksgivings I had in a long time. Mostly because I didn't have to go anywhere and I didn't have a house full of people, and the wife and I just, kind of relaxed and ate good. So there's that. There's a lot of stuff that kind of went on over the course of the last week. And, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to start with our head coach. And that seems to be like an ongoing theme lately, is me talking about this head coach. So apparently, during Pat Shurmur's presser on Tuesday, one of the things that he said that really kind of caught my attention was basically that the Giants are making progress behind the scenes. Now, I've thought about this statement, making progress behind the scenes. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what making progress behind the scenes means, because there's no progress really being made on the field. There's no progress being made in terms of his decisions in terms of game flow and time management, clock management, utilizing timeouts, making decisions on, are we going to go for it on fourth down? I don't know what this progress is, man. It's on some John Cena shit. You can't see it. I don't understand what that specifically means, and it's real confusing, right? It's real confusing to those of us that don't get to see behind the scenes. I'm sure that when he said that on the conference call, I'm pretty sure every single reporter hit mute on their phone and they laughed their asses off. That's just kind of a BS thing to say right now. Is, oh yeah, we're making progress behind the scenes. We're doing really well. Yeah, well, where the hell is the progress in front of the scenes? Because I don't see it, man. And I'm not. Once again, I'm not gonna come on here and I'm not gonna call for this man's head, right? Even though that's the theme. That's the theme right now. Fire Shurmur has been trending on Twitter for the last couple of days, and now fire Garrett. That's what's trending right now. We'll talk about him in a second. But I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get where this progress is happening. At least the players haven't given up on you. I guess that's a thing, right? Because they could easily be revolting, yo, this dude sucks. We don't want to play for him. But they're not doing that, right? They're going out there. They playing hard as they can, I guess, right? And, it's just not translating to wins, which sucks. I expected this, man. It was still shocking, but I expected this. I expected this team to struggle because this team is still young. We're still building. We rebuilding this roster. We're trying to figure out who we are as a team. But I didn't think it was going to be this bad, man. I didn't think we was going to go 2 months without winning a football game. That's crazy. That's just crazy, man. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what making progress behind the scenes means. But if you don't start making progress on that football field, then you may be out of a job. Which leads me to Jason Garrett. Because I saw that there is some mutual quotation fingers, some mutual why can't I think of the word? Mutual interest. There's some mutual interest between the New York Giants and Jason Garrett. Dog. I do not want Jason Garrett. I do not want this man to be the head coach of this team. If Jason Garrett becomes the head coach of this team, I am going to get in front of this microphone and I am going to lose my freaking mind, yo. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm driving down the road earlier today, right, with my wife, right, and I've got the Undisputed, you know, the little podcast thing that they do. I've got that playing, right, because I really want to hear what Skip Bayless is going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because Skip Bayless is like the #1 on television Cowboys fan the team can do no wrong. My wife is sitting in the passenger seat. A little peek behind the curtain. My wife is a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know, y'all. I'm sleeping with the enemy. And what am I going to do, man? She's you know, hey, she's a Cowboys fan. I got to deal with it. It is what it is. But we're driving down the road and we're listening to this this podcast, man. And I heard something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I was ever going to hear what I heard from Skip Bayless. The Dallas Cowboys have lost Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is talking about how this team might not win another game this season. And I'm like, what? What? Is that Skip Bayless saying that they're not going to win another game? Talking about how the Philadelphia Eagles have essentially won the division. He's also talking about how Jason Garrett is gone. And I said the exact statement I said a little bit ago. I said the exact statement. If Jason Garrett gets fired from the Cowboys and gets hired by the Giants, I'm going to lose my mind, yo. My wife is like, well, you don't know. Maybe if he goes to the Giants and you know, he's there, he doesn't have Jerry Jones in his ear, maybe he's going to be a good coach there. I'm like, I don't see that happening, yo. I don't see Jason Garrett suddenly coming to the Giants and turning this franchise around. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't think I've ever been high on Jason Garrett as a head coach. I don't think I've ever been high on what he does, you know, in terms of game flow, game management, play calling. I don't know if I trust that man. Here's the biggest reason why I don't trust that man. And we're going to see what happens over the course of the remainder of the season, right? But it's essentially this. Jason Garrett is probably going to get fired, all right? He probably is. He might not, but he probably is. And Jason Garrett knows it. Now, Jason Garrett, for the remainder of this season, needs to go out and he needs to coach like he's going to get fired. And when I say coach like you're going to get fired, do whatever the hell you want to do on that field, all right? If you're going to go down doing it your way. He needs to go out there. He needs to be bold. He needs to be brash. He needs to be yelling and screaming and cursing. He needs to be going for it on 4th down every single chance he gets because he's getting fired anyway. So let me show y'all what a dude that don't give a shit no more really looks like. That's what he needs to do. But I'm going to tell you this. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it because he's not trying to ruffle Jerry Jones' feathers. But at the end of the day, you're probably going to get fired anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. I'd rather go down in a blaze of glory than go down on my knees like a punk ass bitch. I'm just saying. So when that doesn't happen, when he does not coach like his job's on the line, when he coaches like he's comfortable because he thinks in the back of his head, oh, Jerry Jones loves me. I've been here forever. I'm not really going to go nowhere. He's not really going to get rid of me. When he does that, it's going to prove my point that this dude has no sack, okay? He's got no guts. He stands on the side of that field. He cheerleads because he's complacent and he's comfortable and he's not going to show any boldness. And I don't want that for the New York Giants. I don't like that Pat Shurmur is so cool and collected, except for when things aren't going well. Like I want Tom Coughlin. I want the old dude who's pissed off at life. He's yelling at his players even when they're winning. He's yelling at his players like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Get in the right position. That's what I want, because that is New York Giants football. Okay, and Jason Garrett ain't gonna give that to me, so I don't want it. I'm just putting my opinion out there. I don't want it. Another coach that apparently is, potentially on the horizon is Matt Rule. I think that's how you say it. I think you say it's Rule. He's currently the head coach at Baylor University, and apparently there's some interest. Now, I can't really say anything about this dude, to be completely honest with you, because, I don't get to watch a lot of college football. I don't necessarily get to follow a whole lot of college football. Like, I watch when I can. If I'm not doing anything and there's some games on, I'll watch the games because I love football. But typically, Saturdays are days that I'm running around, I'm running errands, I'm getting things done around the house or my place or wherever I live. I'm spending time with the wife because I know that on Sunday, none of that shit's going down. None of it. So I don't necessarily get to watch a lot of college, so I don't have enough information to speak intelligently about this guy. I don't know anything about him. The only thing that I know is that he came to Baylor. He turned the program around. All right. Some of the things that I've read is that this guy is good with personalities. This guy is good motivating people. All right. Cool. If this guy's good motivating people and he ends up, somehow becoming the head coach of the New York Football Giants, man, I hope you can motivate Muggs, because if you can't, we're going to be in trouble just like we are right now. I mean, that's just kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, currently that's the situation with coaches, specifically our coach and other coaches that could become coaches down the road. My God, I don't want Jason Garrett. All right, anyway. Let's talk a little bit about this game, right? This upcoming game. So as always, we're going to start with the injury report, all right? Now, probably the biggest injury, right? The biggest injury right now that we've got to talk about is Jabril Peppers, man. So it would appear that last week, Jabril Peppers had a spinal injury, all right? Now, it's not spinal in terms of neck, it's spinal in terms of back. It would appear that because if you know anything about anatomy, which I don't really know anything about anatomy, but I understand a little bit, right? Your back is made up of a lot of small bones, runs your whole spinal cord is essentially your back. There's a lot of really tiny bones in your back, all right, that actually make up the back portion of the spinal cord. So Jabril has like a fracture in one of those really small bones. It's not one of those deals where it's going to be debilitating per se. However, it is something that when it comes to your back, like, you got to be careful. You got to be as careful as possible. So because of that, Jabril Peppers isn't playing. Now, I've heard people kind of talk about him the same way we talked about Sterling Shepard, the same way that some people was talking about Saquon Barkley, to be completely honest with you. And that is that, Peppers' season needs to be done. I mean, it depends, right? It depends on the severity of the injury. I mean, like, if this is something that it's like, yeah, man, you got a tiny little hairline fracture, in this bone, you need to take it easy for a few weeks, and you'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Then, like, I don't know, maybe he comes back in a couple of weeks. If this is something like super serious, like, if I remember correctly, man, Tony Romo had this same injury, and it kind of like really messed him up, man. Like, it kind of led to him retiring low key. But I don't know if Jabril's situation is as bad as Romo's situation was. But I mean, like if it could potentially be that bad, then maybe dude don't need to play, right? Because he needs to think about his future, right? He needs to think about how long does he want to play this game, and how efficient he wants to be when he's out there. I'm not a doctor, right? I don't talk to Jabril Peppers. I don't talk to the doctors, the medical staff for the Giants. So I don't know. I don't know how bad this injury is. But, hey, at the end of the day, man, if it's something that could potentially become serious, then maybe he doesn't need to play. All right? Man, I get it, though, man. I talked about this last week, I believe. Yo, being a football player and not being able to play football, man, that sucks, man. Some of my worst times as a football player was if I was dealing with some kind of an injury that wouldn't allow me to go out there and compete. Honestly, I can only remember 2 times over my lifespan of my air quotes football career that I was hurt to the point where I could not play. And I just distinctly remember, like, both those times, man, really sucked. I wanted to be out there. I want to play. So, I mean, I don't know. We're going to see. Looking at some of these other injuries right now, it's a little interesting because I see that Zach Diassi, he's out. Our long snapper. Now, apparently something's going on with his wrist. I saw a report that he was going to potentially go on IR. And then I saw a report right after where it was like, no, he's not going on IR. He's just, not playing this week. He may not play next week either. We don't know. I don't know. Here's what I do know. As much as I respect Zach Diassi for being like a giant, first of all, like his whole career. Secondly, for as long as he's been doing it, right? Homeboy been kind of sucking the last few weeks, man. Like his snaps aren't good, right? And honestly, like some of those snaps are affecting Rosas. Like that's just the way it is, man. I talked about this on special teams, man. There's three people who are important, all right? The snapper, the holder, the kicker. That's the operation. If the snapper is messing it up, that's the very first part of the operation. So I don't know who's going to go in and be the long snapper because I haven't seen anything on that. But I don't know. We're going to see, man. If I tell you what, if whoever is the long snapper on Sunday, if he, if he's doing well and Aldrick Rosas is banging him through the uprights, just bang, 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 hitting him like it ain't nothing, then we know where the problem's at. I'm just saying. We also got Golden Tate. He's still out with the concussion. All right, that's man, that sucks. Evan Ingram, he's still out. Same old Evan Ingram, missing multiple games throughout the season. Can't stay healthy. I mean, I don't know, man. I know he wants to ball out. I know he wants to go out there and he wants to do his thing. But man, he's hurt all the time. He's just always hurt. I don't know, man. I don't get it. And then we also got Rhett Ellison. He didn't practice on Wednesday. He didn't practice on Thursday. It doesn't say anything about Friday in terms of his practice status. It doesn't say whether he's questionable, doubtful. It doesn't say any of that stuff. Maybe they'll update it tomorrow or they'll update it on Sunday. I don't know. But I would assume that Rhett Ellison's not playing either. So, I mean, there's our injuries, right? I don't know, man. Concussions is the flavor of the month right now for the Giants, man. Everybody's getting concussions, and that really sucks, man. Maybe we need to, look into these helmets and make sure that, their helmets are good because this sucks. In terms of our opponents, Green Bay Packers, man, they got 3 individuals that are questionable. Everyone else, they're going to probably play or a game time decision or whatever the case may be. But Brian Bulaga, that's the tackle. He's actually pretty decent. He's questionable. Will Redmond, safety. He's also questionable. Foot injury. And we got Tony Brown, quarterback. He's questionable with a heel injury. Now, listen. These injuries to the Packers, do not matter, yo. They don't. I mean, like, it is what it is. They don't. All right. This Green Bay Packers team is tough. This Green Bay Packer team is they execute very well. They've got a really good offense, even though their wide receiver core isn't that fantastic. I mean, their defense is pretty good, man. So, like, this is another one of those games, man. Just like last week, man. This is another one of those games where I'm just like, man, how in the hell are we gonna, like, what are we gonna do here? How are we gonna make this happen? And honestly, I don't know, man. I have no clue. And you know what sucks? You know what really, really sucks is that all year long, right? That franchise guy. Shout out to that franchise guy. He has been killing my Giants all year long. And I've been defending the hell out of the Giants on Twitter. Man, I've replied to some of his videos. I've told him that he was wrong. I told him that you know, he's not paying attention to the things that matter in terms of this team. And I was 100% incorrect, man. Yo, that franchise guy was right. Marcus was right. I hate having to say it, but yo, Marcus was right. And now Marcus's team is getting ready to stomp all over my team. So he's going to probably reach out to me on Twitter, right? Because I'm a damn sure reach out to him on Twitter. He's going to probably reach out to me on Twitter and put up like laughing emojis. He's going to probably have like some kind of dumpster fire meme about the Giants. He's going to, you know, probably say some, you know, all kinds of stuff about Daniel Jones because he was really, really low on Daniel Jones. In his defense, he eased up on Daniel Jones a little bit, said that Daniel Jones looked like he had potential. So I appreciate you for, you know, changing your take on Daniel Jones. But everything else he was right about, man. His team's just not good. And we are not in a position to beat this Green Bay team. All right. My damn little brother, right? My brother-in-law. He's gonna be texting me all Sunday, talking smack. It's gonna be bad. One of my really close friends, man. He rocks with the Packers. He's gonna be hitting me up. I'm gonna turn my phone off on Sunday because this is getting ready to be bad, yo. It's gonna be embarrassing. It's gonna be embarrassing. It's gonna be so bad, y'all. So just hey, Giants fans, hunker down, y'all. Hey, just hunker down and listen, man. I know a lot of y'all jumping out the window right now about this team. I see y'all on Twitter. Y'all losing y'all minds, man. And I get it. I understand why y'all losing y'all minds, man. Y'all got every right to just be pissed off at this team, pissed off at the coach, pissed off at the general manager, pissed off at the owner, pissed off at the N and the Y and the G, just pissed off. And I know I'm going to be seeing y'all on Twitter just opening up the flame gates, man. It's going to be fire Shermer hashtags everywhere. I know. But listen, y'all, like, you can't get mad at the inevitable, right? Like, if you know it's coming, why be angry about it? Like, we already know. We getting ready to get mollywopped, man. It's just... that's what it is, man. You know, I like to come out here and I like to kind of put like my coaching hat on and give you guys keys to the game. And yo, I mean, I'm gonna take a page out of Kid Blue's book, man. PEDs, baby, performance enhancing drugs. Get them while they're hot. Oh boy. Hey, I'm trying to make this fun and entertaining for y'all, man. I really am. Cause this is just bad, man. It's bad. Listen. All right. Being serious. Being 100% serious. We gotta keep Daniel Jones upright, right? We gotta give Daniel Jones time to make reads, right? But more importantly, we have to create running lanes for Saquon Barkley. Okay, like that is what we have to do. We have to pound the rock, run the ball. All right, we have got to run the ball. So that way we keep the defense honest and we can do play action and Daniel Jones can dink and dunk his ass down the field. Like, that is the way that we are going to be able to compete in this game, is we have to establish the run early, okay? So New York Giants lineman team, core group, whatever you want to call yourself, the big hog mollies. Listen, y'all gotta block. Y'all gotta block y'all asses off, and y'all gotta open up holes. Y'all gotta get running lanes for Saquon, okay? This game is gonna be won and lost through Saquon Barkley, and we've got to give this guy the opportunity to first of all get past the line of scrimmage, okay? Secondly, be able to get him in the open space and cut and juke and make people miss, because that's what he's good at. And you know, I think right now Saquon might have a little fire up under his ass because he's a little sick of people, you know, questioning whether or not, hey man, are you hurt? Is it because you're injured? Is it the ankle? Is it still bothering you? Do you need a Band-Aid for me to kiss your boo-boo? I think he's sick of hearing that. So I think he might have a fire up under his ass. So that's what we have to do on offense, all right? We got to pound the rock. We got to hit play action, short passes, get the ball out of Daniel Jones' hands fast. On defense, all right, we have got to keep Aaron Rodgers contained, okay? Because you can't stop Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So we just have to figure out a way to contain this guy, right? Keep him inside that pocket. Do not let him extend drives with his legs, all right? The wide receiver core, all right? The wide receiver core for the Packers, it's not all world, okay? They got speed, right? They do have speed, and I don't know if we can keep up with their speed, okay? But if we can bump them off the line, press them, knock them off of their rhythm, okay? Maybe we'll get a chance to get at Aaron Rodgers, but we cannot let Aaron Rodgers extend plays with his legs, because if he extends plays with his legs, those wide receivers are going to burn our faces off. That's just what's going to happen. All right, so we've got to contain Aaron Rodgers. We've got to make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and we cannot allow him to extend plays with his legs. He will rip us to shreds. He will dot us up, okay? But in the end, right, in the end, being completely honest, none of that's going to happen. None of it's going to happen, yo. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. The Packers are coming to town, baby. Yo, I foresee us losing this game by like 3 possessions. I'm just being completely honest. I'm sorry, man. Hey, listen, it may seem like I'm like super pessimistic and I'm doing nothing but talking smack about the New York Football Giants, but listen, y'all, I bleed blue, okay? I'm looking down at some New York Giant fuzzy slippers. I'm looking at my New York Giants pillows on my bed with my New York Giants Snuggie, okay? I got New York Giants on my phone. I got New York Giants hats. I got New York Giants everything, and I love this team, and I can't wait for this team to be better. But it ain't gonna happen right now, all right? You're just gonna have to live with it. So listen, guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming and listening to me talk about this New York Football Giants team, right? It's going to be all right, Giants fans. It'll get greater later. How later? I don't know. But it'll get greater later. So in the meantime, look at these young players, man, because we got some ballers on this team, okay? And they're going to be able to ball out eventually. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments section. Tell everybody about PTA Sports. I appreciate y'all for coming out. I'll get up with y'all later. Deuces.